Ngoja a minute. A minute I see. It's saying upcoming. Let me see. We good. Good, you can go ahead.
We're good.
Good.
So let's start our VM workstation. Let's create a virtual machine. This time we'll be installing Kali Linux. Choose the ISO and open. For the disk size, we are going to give it 50 GB is fine. And store it as a virtual single file. Customize hardware. 2 GB of RAM is okay.
2 GB is good. By the way, how many GB do you have?
Left, I have like 160 GB left.
I'm asking, how many GB of RAM do you have in your machine?
8 GB. Left is available 3.3 GB.
Okay. And with 3 GB, can you run on the Windows 10?
Let's first.
Okay.
I think it will.
Okay.
Let's first install the file and then we test it out.
Okay.
Close and finish. Let us maximize this. Yeah, graphical install. Yeah, that's the one we want to install.
And by the way,
Yep.
did you see Ruto signed in the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act?
Yes, I briefly read it, but I haven't gone through it that much.
I was going through it, and there is also the story about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency being allowed as a currency in Kenya. Not in this bill.
Wasn't it allowed before
it was
that bill?
It was, but it wasn't official. It wasn't.
Now official. It's official.
Now it's kind of official. Yeah. I think you can go into banks and get your Bitcoin. I don't know.
And buy your Bitcoin from the banks.
No, I haven't read it, so I'll go through it after maybe this or later. But I guess we're moving in the right direction now. But this bill also kinda deters criminals who will be learning whatever we are going to teach. Ukilearn, when you are learning these things, you kuna bill ishaenda live. Let me bring it up. While you are doing your stuff. Here is the bill. Gazetted when? The bill 2025. 9th August. Anyway, for those who are willing to read it, you go ahead and read it. Okay, let's continue.
Let's continue. Domain name.
Domain name you can leave it blank, or you can just put any domain that you want. Lakini mostly just leave it blank.
Name for the new user. Daniel.
Which Daniel? Is it Daniel or Dan?
Dan senior Daniel.
Daniel wa Biblia.
Password secure. Tutengeneze secure password for Daniel.
Yeah, you told me to leave the password to you.
Yeah, the passwords are for me to handle.
And you know, we said that there are a couple of things you need to consider when you are using a password, or you are choosing a password. One of them is the length. A long password is more secure. Number 2 is the uniqueness. Number 3, maybe adding letters. You add letters, you add digits, you add symbols. You can add them.
Capital letters.
Something we call camo casing. You know what it means by camo casing?
Camo casing?
Camo casing is using capital and small. For capital you use for beginning of words. Then small, then capital. Or lead speak. For more on that, you join the course. More on that, you join the course. In which peer, those are not things that you are going to teach. Sit to funza how to hack, not how to choose your passwords. Yes, it's part of cybersecurity. Like we are not in that kind of cybersecurity.
Why? For partitioning to choose use the entire disk.
Na for the crazy ones, wanaweza jaribu go manual, walan. That's where the learning happens.
Partition.
Una partition manual. Another thing, before we move forward. Unaona hapo sasa mali umepata swap. Kuna video nilikuuliza about swap. I think just go forward. Hiyo si umetumia nini auto? Na mali hapo kwa swap. When you are
yes.
Ishasonga mbele. When you're partitioning, you haven't selected the drive. Continue and go back. Just continue. Select that drive. Yeah. Select it and continue. By that itatupeleka back to the partitioning.
Free space.
Now you know imeenda manual. But for now you're just going to use the guided partitioning. Just go up huko juu, select the huko juu for the guided partitioning. I use the largest continuous free space. Use entire disk. It's okay. There we are again, yeah.
Swap ya 2 GB.
Lakini unaona ukiwa with low memory.
Sasa swap ndio inatumika.
Swap ndio inatumika. So when you are running VMs alafu unaona RAM nini space yako ni kama kidogo. Ukiwa na RAM ya 8 alafu uweke swap ya 8. Hapo ni kama umejiboostia to 16 GB of RAM. The moment. Continue. Swap you okolea, lakini kwa venye bado iko time inasumbuanga. Inakosa kutumika yani. RAM imeisha lakini swap is not utilized. Not being utilized.
Now we'll have to wait. Patience.
Yeah, patience. I said in cybersec, patience is something that you learn. Cybersec, you learn patience. Uvumilivu. Na the grinding, trying new things kikataa, bado inakufunza about courage. But frustrations pia ni real. Frustrations pia ni real.
Frustrations.
Yeah, in this field frustrations ziko. You try something, unashindwa the nini unafuata, the document that you are following. Inakupeleka inaonyesha inaenda fine, lakini kwako when you are practicing
on your side, nothing is going well.
Hapo frustration hii kidogo. But the solution is you look for other ways. That's where the hacking happens. You look for other ways. Si lazima ati ni njia ni moja. Kuna njia mingi. Look for other ways. Na hizo ways pia ziuchanga mtu. Ukiona imekuwa too much, you just ask ask somebody who knows. Hizi frustration pia zinaweza kuja na mental challenges zake pia. If you know somebody who knows or a professional in the field, reach out. Ask. Usifeel ati kama kuuliza ni ufala. No. Kuuliza si ufala. Hiyo nililearn the hard way, lakini sikuwa na mtu wa kuuliza mimi anyway. So I relied on online. Na online kumejaa trolls. Do you know trolls? Unajua troll?
Kuna watu yani watu wako tu hapo just for ni negative kimpango yani.
Kimpango, trolls will troll you vibaya. They will troll you vibaya. And they like seeing the negative side. Anyway, who knows?
That's desktop environment, so site tunaweza
nataka kutumia gani?
Acha tutumie nom. Acha tuanze na nom. Acha nene collection of tools. Acha ni antique hizi niona kama itakuja na tools.
Si basi uantika hadi default. Ndio default ni tools. Takuja ikiwa ina ama download Kali Minimal. Inaitwa Kali Minimal. Yes, inaitwa Kali Minimal. Chill tu kwa hii nini. At the end we are going to show you one of the many tricks. Unaweza fanya where ni a domain environment.
Several tasks.
Just one of the many. To open up the creativity. Na watu wakuwe creative. Na the more watu wanakuwa wengi in the field, the more tunakuwa na more creative ways. You know, we always think differently, right? So me, I might come with my way of doing it. Somebody else come with his own way of doing it. And even though industry na grow, I guess we are trying to push an industry here. Yes, najua iko lakini haiko mainstream sana. And parking. What else umeona new?
Yeah. In this field.
Just online is a jungle yenye. Wewe umepiga stra zako, mimi nimepiga stra zangu. Riba inakuja mwishowe. Nimepatana na hii.
Leo sitakuwa nikiangalia mambo. Nimeangalia tu news za hapo news tu watu mostly wanaangalia yani barua Raila sahi. So
sasa umeshaingia politics na tuko nataka kuingia story za policy.
Ni Kenya kuko sahi.
Hiyo nayo tuwezi kwanza kuiongea. Yes, we will say farewell at RisecureLab to Baba.
Bana.
And for those who are affected directly or indirectly, waweze kupata healing as fast as it can come to them.
Besides that, nothing much. Was jakuwa
nimepitia hapa 1 what I'm going to show you. Nilikuwa na seti. Unajua pia kuseti this environment and now doing it, man, is not easy when you are alone. Inahitaji ka team. Kuna kufanya hii. Lakini pia kama unajingamsi unaweza enda one man show.
Unaweza enda one man, lakini sasa kuna pahali utafika pia wewe.
Choke.
Utahitaji tu mtu mwingine maybe anajua kuifanya.
A helping hand. Call it a helping hand. Kani mimi nikulia time yangu most pia. But we love what we do. Really like it. The challenge hikam. Tunakazana nayo venye inafaa.
So
na tunaendelea ku grow. Where the challenge is where growth happens. Where comfort is where death happens. Hiyo mimi ndo nimesema ama hivyo ndo inakuanga. Shakuwa comfortable bana. Inawanga hivyo?
Hawezi grow in comfort zone.
Utagrow tu physically.
Physically mimi naweza grow. Lakini pia physically
lazima pia uende gym kiasi ama exercise.
Kama unataka physical appearance yako pia lakini comfort zone unajua ni you don't feel like doing anything, yani I put in the work, so hata hiyo physical growth haitakuwa that,
itakuwa appealing.
yeah, appealing.
Tukiingia philosophy kidogo na tukiingia philosophy hiyo pia unaitengenezea nani, ama ni for your own self, feel good about yourself?
It's also, yeah, also about yourself. Ni about yourself juu ni health yako pia, ni health yako.
I think ukifanyia watu maana utaenda mahali utachoka rahisi. Utachoka rahisi. But when you're doing for yourself, ile morali inatokanga within. Nini ukifanya for people, mtu bana akwambia sasa wewe sasa nini na unashindanga ukifanya hiyo ushaanza kukatwa mkono, ushaanza kulimitiwa, uzembe inaanza kuingia, unaanza kujishuku, yani doubts comes in. I don't know if doubts will come. I don't know, maybe not. What will be different? That's what I know. What will be different, lakini ya kuwezi kosa itongo aje baseline. Baseline for a better living.
Kiasi tu. I'm back.
Landlord anakupatia warnings
bana.
Are you sure? Act in order to make that clear up.
Kuna issue.
All right. Let's wait the installation imalize. What is data? Data is any representation of facts, information, or concept in a form suitable for processing a computer system.
Bado napitia hiyo bill.
Bado napitia. Nice. In this bill, kuna committee wanatengeneza. The committee shall advise the government on security related aspects touching on matters relating to blockchain technology, critical infrastructure, mobile money, and trust accounts. Hizo stories and nini, I guess. Hizo nini? Sinaona hii blockchain ile story ya crypto.
Yeah.
Lakini blockchain is big, si crypto peke yake. Advise the National Security Council on Computer and Cybercrime. Atupatie mboka. Coordinate national security organs in matters relating to computer and cybercrime. Coordinate national security organs. Which are these organs?
Coordinate national security organs.
Ni kini DCI. Ama DCI cybercrime division na nini.
Maybe.
Go ahead and install Grab. Receive and act on reports relating to computer and cybercrime. Received and act on reports relating to computer and cybercrime. Develop a framework to facilitate the availability, integrity, and confidentiality. Framework. Akina NIST. Na whatever. Akina ISO what? ISO 2100. Lakini kuna framework kadhaa. Ini ya pen test. Kuna PT. Hey man, been a while. Let's niangalie hizo framework za pen test. Let me bring it to you guys. Fantastic frameworks. Hata meet attack pia ni framework. Unajua meet attack ni framework?
Meet attack hiyo flow ya attack ya meet attack framework.
Ile ya red team.
Ya red team. Ndizo steps.
The framework. Acha tuona kama kuna zingine za pen test kadhaa. Pen test methodology. PTE, it was called PTE, I know. Kuna SISM. Been a while since I did PTE. These are not. These are pen testing framework. Oh. Okay. Kuna methodology na kuna frameworks. Kuna Meteor, kuna Crest. Crest is like the lacrime of whatever. Remember correctly. Planning and recon, execution, reporting. The Crests. Guide for running an effective penetration program is designed to serve as a framework for organization to build and maintain a comprehensive penetration testing framework and program. This is one of the many frameworks. Kama kuna NIST, kuna open source what? Open source security testing methodology manual, kuna PTSE. From all these unaweza zishikanisha alafu come up with something good. For that committee that will be doing this. Kama ndakuwa part of the committee pia inaweza kuwa fine. Kuna CIS benchmark. CIS benchmark, by the way, you can do it on your by the way, you can do this. You can do one of these benchmarks. You just download the CIS benchmark, you do. Actually, nadhani tutaifanya hiyo CIS benchmark one day. Are you finished?
Yeah. Daniel.
From Afro, he says Daniel Kakagu. He says Daniel Kakagu. Kwambia hii tunaileta ground.
To the core.
Tunaileta ground. You don't want to make this that ikuwe kama soap. Yes, it's a corporate thing, lakini want it to bring it into the ground. Watu wakivisha hii stuff, they can self-employ themselves in many skills and many fields. Si kuhack peke yake. Hacking ni kama platform. After installing, you install the VMware tools.
I'm doing that, but the workstation for legacy guest operating system.
If you don't have it, you can just download it.
Download it.
Nimesema njia ni mingi. Tukua mina moja. There are many ways of doing it. You just nini search it. VMware tools for Linux. Oh, you can use sudo apt install.
Yeah.
The apt package manager. Application package tools. That's the name. Application package tools. Daniel. Yeah. Why Daniel? Why Daniel?
Random.
Why not Joey? You know, anyway, tulisema hakuna haja kuingia politics ni achana. Sudo apt install -y -dash reinstall. Dash reinstall. You don't have to do to reinstall. It's already icon. So just installing it's okay. But you can just you install si lazima. Already shaka install. Put all that. Why? Should apt install whatever. All the thought. Or you can also continue with kama kuna ghost hapa kwa machine.
Ati?
There is a ghost loitering.
Bana, niko browse.
There's a ghost in the streets. Browser ya kali niliona kwa hivyo. Why have you chosen to restart it? Why have you chosen to restart? Ama ndo imejileta tu.
Mbona si nimerestart tu.
Hadi sometimes you ni bamba. Kwanza the logo yake inakuanga
Hii dragon kwanza. Acha niangalie kama ilikuja na tools.
Kuja na few. Kuja na netcat, command prompt,
the recon,
Multigo. Na hata Multigo ni installer. It's kidam. At least ukianzia hivyo bana itakuwa overwhelming. Lakini ikiwa na hizo zote man it becomes even overwhelming. Lakini for different unaweza kuwa na zote bado ukiangalia. Na leo unaangalia hii, kesho unaangalia hii, kesho unaangalia hii. Na kama uko interior na umepata net siku ya kwanza na unaona hii net ni kama inakutoka, si una install zote unaenda unaivisha mbele. The tools zimeingia. Haezi ja 1920. Baina. For 1360. Hii 1360 ni ya lapi. Ni za lapi za kitambo. Teremka. Iko tu sawa.
so and here is calculator ndio hii sasa.
Install nmap, tufanye simple nmap na washa Windows. Is your Windows yako hiyo nini? Is your firewall on in Windows? I'm only disabled.
Iko on.
The moment of truth. Your system will be lagging, will be good. This is a complete setup in unaweza anzia nayo. Lakini hauna services. A number of services in the network ndo haziko. That's what you are missing. That's why you install Metasploitable. At least ukuwe na dummy services on the network. Bob from where? From the basement.
From IT.
From the basement amepatana na Daniel. Let us see how it will go.
Yeah.
Just scan the entire net nini subnet. Scan na ile nini ya ile mode ya CTF. WFDL dash. Ongeka CSV to see the version scan, to have version scan, and to use the default scripts. Capital S, capital V, capital V, capital V. Is it capital S? I guess it's more or less capital V.
Hey,
What's up?
pia config
Net tools. So una install net tools. Sudo apt install net tools. Hapo sasa ndo unaanza mdogo mdogo, unaenda tu ukijua nini na nini unahitaji in your process.
to 23.
It'll take forever. Ungeweka ikuwe aggressive. Ijadu version scan. Why? Student map. I said how many holes are up? 5. You have 5 holes.
I've seen include gateway. I think gateway.
Uko connected na NAT? Na nini na bridge? You connected via bridge?
Not.
NAT sidhani inafaa kwa ikiona nini? Inafaa tu ukiona host. Host kali na Windows 10. Anyway. Configuration yako I don't know, maybe kuna .2, kuna .1. Do sudo nmap. Dash. Yeah, do a scene scan. Small s, capital S. Dash SV. Small s, capital V. Dash SC. Default scripts. SC is for default script, capital C. For default scripts. Kama inaweza imepata kitu kama HTML, not HTML, a web server, ina enumerate then nini web server. Then do aggressive -t4. Hiyo iko tu sawa hiyo. So you are doing a version scan, default scripts, and aggressive with a scene scan. Default scripts, yeah. Default script here -sc. For any service that will be discovered in the network, to see if it is continuing well, unapiga enter. Ujua mahali imefika 66%. Again, nice. Now you see, you can see even the ports. It's open. But you can see only see for -1. At least you can see you have a Debian with SSH.
Unaona Kama ni Zoom.
Naona fine, mimi naona fine.
Mm.
Naona fine. But what we don't know, well, for Windows 10. Hatujui ni gani, si ndio? All ports are closed. Why? Hiyo ni firewall, and there are a number of techniques that you can use to identify even if the firewall is on. Lakini for now, hiyo tutaweka kwa nini? Hiyo will be in the course. There are a number of techniques that you can use to see if hata kama firewall iko on, to detect if a system is on in the network. You can also do, go to Windows 10, maybe disable firewall and try the scan again to see what you can see. And huwezi fanya na anyway, just do you. We are 46 minutes in. Windows Defender huku in your pane. In your pane huku mwisho, turn Windows Defender firewall on or off. Where your mouse is hapo chini tu kidogo. Hapo ya. Turn them off. Okay. Okay, redo the scan. Now let us see what you can detect. You have the benefit of having your firewall on. Ama your antivirus. Tunaonesha hadi kwa nini unahitaji antivirus. Why you need an antivirus? An up-to-date antivirus. A genuine antivirus. Ati kwa sababu umedownload antivirus sijui wapi unadhania uko secure.
Ndio.
Now you can see Windows 10. I can add in a net BIOS. The net BIOS is the name of the computer in the network. Ulipatia Windows 10.
Net BIOS. We ndio responsible for communication between
that here to the name. The name ya network. In the name in the network.
Port.
Oh, unasema port
on that name.
Port on that name. What? Hizo tutaziangalia in the course when we are dealing with Active Directory penetration testing. Kuna SMB. These are things zenye kwanza hiyo signing enabled but not required. That's one thing that a lot of network should scan their network to look at. Ukipata yeni iko na hiyo jua kuna way I can get into that system. And so with this simple network tunadhania mtu anaweza anza kujisukuma.
This is all you need for a start.
Nadhania with this you can start now. And actually before we move forward, there is another thing ningetaka kwanza tuangalie before. Ama kwanza acha hii iko tu sawa. Remoting into your system. Sometimes maybe unaweza kuwa unataka tu just to view your system remotely. Ama hizo ni baadaye.
To view system remotely, then to connect remotely ama
RDP, SSH, those kind of stuff.
RDP tunaweza kuna tools za RDP.
I don't think umeziweka kwa hii Linux. Hii kali umeinstall sahi. Ama utazinstall?
Hiyo labda tuinstall. Tunaanza na kuinstall moja.
Tufanye.
Acha tuinstall Remina.
Remina is capital M, small nini, single n. But tujue Remina is a client. But what if you want to turn your Linux into a server? And uweze kuremote to RDP into it.
Natumia SSH.
No. You want to RDP to have the GUI interface. Yes, you can use it. Kuna way unaweza access GUI application via SSH, lakini that's beyond vida sahi. What I'm asking is, you have your Linux maybe in the cloud, right?
Yeah.
You want to view it via RDP, a remote desktop. You know, you have to install a server, a remote desktop server. Mostly for Linux system ni XRDP.
XRDP.
Yeah. And from there naenda kuachia nione how you will figure out how to connect them.
So to install XRDP.
Nione your process of solving a problem. Let me see your process of solving a problem. You have your browser, you have your internet, you have your systems. Let us RDP into Kali Linux from our Windows system. Now the communication is encrypted with 2048 bytes of RSA key.
RSA.
RSA is an encryption algorithm. Let me see your way of solving a problem. You have your internet. Your internet always should be your friend. Your internet should always be your friend. Kali ya magoe. Yeah. And you have to understand your problem first. What is your problem? Now, you have to understand first your problem. Right? Your problem is RDPing. Are you together? Your problem is to RDP into Kali Linux or Linux machine. That's your problem. Now, from that problem, now start solving it. Now listen the question and you'll get the answer. You have to understand first your problem. Fix it. The same way tulisema, to hack a machine, you have to understand the system. The first solution imeshajipa. with this field, you know, bado kusoma itabidi usome. Soma nayo itabidi it forces you. Lakini when you get how to solve problems, hakuna problem itakuwa ngumu kwako. Get the IP address, the RDP method, the PNC method. Already you have the IP already. Hiyo ni chapter mzima. Hiyo ni chapter mzima ya Daru. Naipitia tu hivyo. And when you are done with this, unaweza enda bana upige stra. You have done something. You have learned something.
The IP address tuko nayo.
Install XRDP.
RDP kwa Windows. Si hapa ndipo tunatumia kwa RDP kwa Linux system.
Continue fast reading. Tunatumia yes, kuna kitu nataka uangalie kwanza. Kuna kitu bado hujapata. There's something missing. When you install XRDP, you have to start it. And how do you start it? Not that way. Look it up online. Starting XRDP in Linux. I guess XRDP is a daemon. Ni zile terms nilikuwa nakwambia za cybersex na soundingi. Open the document. Alafu unaona this DigitalOcean. Ukipatana ni articles za DigitalOcean, they are actually really good to learn. DigitalOcean documents really good. There you go. You have installed it. Now you enable it. Start it. It's a daemon. You start it as a daemon. System control. Now you have enabled it. Start it now. Yeah, hapo kwa enable badilisha weke start. Now to view if kama iko enabled, hapo kwa start weka status. View the status of XRDP. It should inafai to show active. Yeah, it's active. Now you can go into your Windows and now RDP into it. Windows comes with a utility called remote desktop. It is not in the settings, just in the start button. It's a utility remote desktop. And there. Put your IP for Kali. We'll connect to something called Xorg. Next. Accept the certificate. Hiyo ni ile nini tulikuwa tunasema RSA. Kwani imecrash? What happened? Xorg is fine. Or you can choose any of those yenye uko nazo. But me mostly nimetumia Xorg for long. Daniel. Ipa secure password.
Bwana, mbona?
Na keep on crashing. Maybe you are out of memory RAM. Don't know. Around 1 hour in.
Available 752 MB.
You connect. Hiyo itakuwa task, utabaki ukijaribu. That's a task utabaki ukijaribu. Angalia kama hiyo nini hiyo Linux, Kali Linux iko na AC Linux. There's something we call AC Linux. Connecting, says man. Connection okay, sending login information to session. Please wait, login failed for user Daniel. Maybe you are using a wrong password. Maybe the username is sensitive.
Username, msimamana nimebadilisha nikaka capital D.
You know better. You know better your system. Ama jaribu another session instead of Xorg. VNC will need to work. Yeah, try. Like VNC. Try any. Jaribu hata hiyo ya tatu. VNC is it enabled in Kali? Let's try. I don't know if RDP and VNC work together. Too bad. Hiyo ni task utaacha ukikaza. Kuna hii setup nilikuwa nafanya. I have a Windows server. Kuna Windows server. May connect
with your screen.
Not yet. Let me see. Nikishia si nini ita crash. Unajua bado niko na. Sio check tu.
Sawa.
Nime connect, niko na DC. Domain controller. Niko na connected via RDP. Actually, let me redo it. Let me connect it from a Windows 11 machine. Mode desktop. The domain is called RisecureLab. Resecure.lab. I'm connecting using the admin username and password. Nimekubali? Bado nimekuseti hapa on.
Bado.
Sasa task utaacha ukingangana nao. Ama tutaiangalia tu baadaye. Ya wana 7 minutes. Nataka ikifika by around 25 hapo 30 tuko tuna wind up. You can continue grinding on it niki explain this last bit. So kuna domain controller. Domain controller is called C01. The domain resecure.lab. Nime disable firewall for now, lakini naweza enable it. Let me enable firewall. My domain has frozen.
You freeze.
Connection has been lost. Attempting to reconnect in 5 seconds. Reconnect. I guess ni kwa sababu nime enable firewall. You can go ahead and disable it. Oh, come on. That's unfortunate. Anyway, I have my DC, your domain controller. I have my Windows 10 that has some tools that I use to do my research. Tuko na our Debian which has our tools zingine za ku perform our penetration tests. Hapa kuna command yenye to explain later ama tunaweza explain. So this network exploitation tool inaitwa NXE, netexec. We are using a protocol called WMI. The IP address of the domain controller is that one. We specify the domain with -d. We have the domain name. The user is administrator. The password is that one. And now we are executing a payload that is hosted in our Debian 11. Kuna certain we are using a lol bin. What now? A lol, when you use lol bin, we'll get deeper into lol bins maybe in the course. It downloads the payload which is encrypted in base 64. It saves that encrypted payload. It decodes it into the executable back and executes it. The payload connects into it's a sliver implant using MTLS session. Beacon, not session. We are not using session. We are using a beacon. So I'm going to start my server yenye natumia hapa inajiita AppDog yenye ina host yenye ita host our payloads. So this is the IP address yenye tutatumia 192.168. You can go ahead and look what you can find in this thing. HTTP hello, let's go // 192.168 122.153 on which port? Port 9090. Here is where our payload is. It is going to download this subject matter. Prominent evolution. We are downloading prominent evolution. Encrypt it. Then guess mmeona hapa iko kitu ime happen. Hey, let me clear this. Let me close it. But at least tuone iki downloads, ndio. And it will download this prominent, this payload yenye iko encrypted, this one. Decodes it and executes it. And we will get a session in our sliver. Let's run this. Now we are not running the payload directory. We are using a network exploitation tool called netexec. To say maybe tumepata the username and the password on a domain. This is how I can get access into another system. So let me run this. Watch up at angalia hii tab, this one. Let me highlight it. And also look at this one. Now it is downloading. Ina take time to load. I hope our domain is a crash in here. Hope the domain is still on. Domain is still on. Let's do this again. Guess the main tumepata. Understand this off first. Just to be sure. Right? Lakini hizi si ati ndo zimefanya. Yes, they provide protection. But for a persistent hacker who really wants to get into your system, the defaults won't help you. Let's do this again. We have gotten into the server. Umeona hapo ime download kakitu, and now we have gotten our beacon back. And now we can use this beacon. Use 9D something. The prominent data ingine imekuja. I guess ile ilikuwa imedelay tu. We have now 2 beacons. Let's use one, and you can get the info about that beacon. Here's our beacon info. Naweza angalia. Make sure that tuko kwa hiyo system. You can just take a screenshot. Right? Just a screenshot. Let us wait and see. Yeah, we have our screenshot. You come out in a save. This screenshot is 0 bytes. I'm not sure if this has worked. 0 bytes means nothing. Let us do that again. Zero bytes again. Instead, use this instead. Let me background this. Use E5 and do the beacon again or the screenshots. I'm not sure why we are not getting the screenshot, but 0 bytes. 0 bytes is no screenshot. Kuna screenshot. That's unfortunate. Zero bytes again. Clear this. Redo this again. Just typing the beacons. Let me see if I have an. All these are MTLS. Make sure that our connection works. Let me go do it directly instead of downloading it. Let me download subjective math. This it anyway. Open it. A smart screen, let us just run it. Since this is just a demo, ndio zingine tutashinda tukiangalia saa hii. Hope we get. Tuone kama tutapata another shell back. Jobs. Okay. Implants. Implants. I need a beacon instead. Dominant evolution is a beacon. Objective math is a beacon. Why not receiving? Just use one of the beacons. Use this one, A3. Screenshot again. Still the same thing. Let us go into that directory. ls temp screenshot. Oh, we have screenshots actually. We have screenshots. Nimekubali.
Ndio najaribu hapo bado.
Hapa ni kama na grind na screenshots. Sijui kwa nini screenshots zinakataa ku come through. Guys, ku grind itu ni kuangalia mbona. Oh, no. Screenshots. You can type. All these are 0 byte, but a good example ni kuna hii moja hapa. You go ahead and try it out. You just know inakubali. I guess the demo gods. Eh? You know about the demo gods?
Demo gods.
When you're doing a demo is when it fails.
Oh, yeah.
And $161 0. Chromium. Hello. Let us hope itafungua Chrome. And look at who is this? Who am I? Who am I? You can see our server there. But ini ya kitambo, sijui ni kwa nini saa hii the demos na kata. But you can look at machine. You can see we are the administrator. For RisecureLab, this is 01. Anyway, hiyo ni one of the many examples when itakuwa kwa course, the day one of the demos. We'll have a more bigger lab kama itawezekana. And with that, what do you say to our viewers, man?
Muendelee man put in
the effort.
Tuko hapa tutakuwa tuna stream everything, learn the stream, so
we learn by doing.
Yeah,
you learn and you showcase. You learn and showcase. That's how you build.
But if you want to go deeper, course iko
ready. Course iko ya hatuwezi sema ni ya mapro sahi. For mapro maybe tunataka tu kuanzia from the ground up. Tunataka kuanzia from the ground up. Sawa.